Hey, what's up guys? KJ here and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all about our newest carbon fiber frame, the Vision F1.
Vision F1 monocoque carbon. The stiffest, lightest, fastest BMX race bike ever.
So what'd you guys think of my little commercial? Did you think it was cheesy or did you think it was cool? I personally thought it was kind of cheesy. I don't know if it's just the sound of my own voice, but I thought it was cheesy. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. I also got called out from a couple people for calling it the stiffest, lightest, fastest BMX race bike. My thinking when I said that was kind of like an industry joke per se, because you know how everyone says, oh, it's the stiffest bike I've ever ridden. So I was kind of just making a joke about that. But on the flip side, it really is our stiffest, lightest, fastest BMX frame. So take it as you will, that's just my thought process behind it. So diving straight into the Vision F1, we're gonna be calling it the chassis kit, not as a new term for just the frame, but you're gonna be getting a ton of other accessories that come with your chassis kit, which would typically be sold separate. Every Vision 1 chassis kit comes with the new Vision F1 frame, the matching Supercross carbon forks. The Vision F1 also comes with a thumbs up in the box, so if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up because I'd really appreciate it. A tapered Speedline headset, the removable V-brake mounts, which we'll talk about a little bit later, a removable disc brake bracket if that's what you want to run, 2 sets of flip chips. We'll get more into these in a little bit. This is pre-production, so I only have 1 set, which are the 15 mil. And the idler slash guide slash tensioner, which we'll also get into this in a little bit. So you're pretty much ready to put this bike together straight out of the box without having to worry about getting any of those little parts like the flip chips, the guide, or the disc mount, or the V-brake mounts. Everything is included in the box. The Vision F1 is our very first monocoque construction carbon race frame. What is monocoque construction? I'm glad you asked. So like our Supercross carbon forks, which are also monocoque carbon, they are all one piece. So there is no bonding in these forks. It is all one piece of carbon fiber. It's hollow on the inside, but it's all molded into one piece. And what we did is we took our successful technology with these forks and put it into a BMX race frame. The MV Black 2 series carbon fiber frames were molded into separate pieces. So you had your head tube, you had your top and your down tubes, you had your bottom bracket and your seat post, and then you had your rear triangles molded into separate pieces, and then they were all puzzled together and bonded together to make one complete race frame. Monocoque construction is a far more superior way to construct carbon fiber because that means no joints and no bonding, which in turn saves material, saves weight, and eliminates the possibility of those bonding areas coming apart and the frame failing. With less material used in the bonding areas, we had a little more wiggle room to add material in other parts of the frame, like adding to the dropouts. At 15 millimeter thickness, the Vision F1 has the thickest dropouts on the market today. We also added a little more material in the bottom bracket area in the rear triangles, all areas that improve the launch control out of the gate and out of turns. And even with adding that little bit more material, you're still shaving 6% off of the total weight of the MV Black 2. In addition to the 15 millimeter dropout thickness, they're fully captive around the rear axle. The enclosed type dropout adds that extra durability and stiffness while also eliminating that horseshoe effect caused by running disc brakes on a traditional dropout. When we say horseshoe effects, imagine this is your dropout and you have your disc mount inside of your dropout. So over time, that disc has a little more leverage on the dropout from stopping, and what it does is it pulls and pulls and pulls and separates your dropout. So they go from here a nice snug fit to that, and then they cause that horseshoe effect in your dropouts, which in turn basically ruins your entire frame. You also have the option of running V-brakes on the Vision F1. Both braking systems are fully removable to give you the cleanest look possible for whichever system you decide to go with. In addition to giving you the cleanest look, there are also little rubber plugs that are included in the chassis kit. So if you want to run V-brakes and route your cable through the top, you can put plugs in the bottom down tube and out in the back chainstay. Also included are these little plastic clips for the cable routing. I'm calling them easy clips because they easily clip in and out of the cable routing holes. They also guide your cable at the perfect angle, so that way you don't have to worry about your cable binding and kinking at all. The Vision F1 features a flip chip mechanism that's included in every single chassis kit. It comes in two sizes, so two sets, one at 15mm and one at 10mm, aka 3/8 axles. The flip chip allows for more flexibility with a fixed type rear end. You can choose between running your wheel at the rear positioning or the front positioning, depending on how you like your rear end to be. If you want your wheelbase to be longer, flip the chip to the back, facing backwards. And if you're like Cam Bramer, flip that bad boy to the front for a shorter wheelbase. The flip chip fixed rear end type ensures that your wheel is in the perfect position with perfect wheel alignment every single time. So no more flat tires, taking your back wheel off, fighting with chain tensioners to make sure your wheel is in the perfect position. Just unbolt it, change the tube, throw it back on, run your bolts in, and bam, it's set and locked in. I'm assuming you guys are wondering how you're gonna get chain tension without chain tensioners. That is where the idler slash guide slash tensioner comes in. Every Vision F1 comes stock with a tensioner slash guide slash idler. I call it a guide because that's literally what it does. It guides your chain perfectly onto the back cog, as well as acting as a chain tensioner, taking any slack out of your chain. If you choose not to run the idler, throw it away and put a 44/16 on there with a half-link chain. You won't even need the idler. I'm sure you guys have seen Cam Moore's bike. He's running a 44/16 with a half-link chain on there, and he does not have the idler on there. So if you're kind of iffy about it, just remember Cam Moore is running that setup, and I'm pretty sure he can squat cars. I'm sure you guys are wondering what the price tag is on the new Vision F1 chassis kit. For the frame, the forks, the idler, the flip chips, the headset, and all the little washers and plugs, you're paying $1,999. At first, that kind of seems like a lot, but once you dive down into and compare prices, they're pretty much the same. My fellow teammate and blog poster on the Supercross website, Johnny Vance, he did a comparison where he did the price of the Vision F1 and MV Black 2 and added all the little pieces that would equal it, and it came down to like $1,950. So you're really only paying $50 more for a newer technology and a far more superior technology. And like Johnny put it, we're decluttering your checkout cart. Every single time I've done a brand new bike build, I always forget stuff. So being able to just go on the website, click chassis kit, and you get all the little knickknacks that come with the frame seems pretty convenient to me. So who is this frame for? We understand that not everyone wants this frame or needs this frame, but when Bill designed the Vision F1, he had one thing in mind: and make the best BMX race frame possible. Of course, anyone can go on the website and buy this setup, but it's really intended for individuals that want to take their racing to the next level and get the most out of their bike. This setup is also intended for people that know their way around a wrench and know how to work on a bike, because carbon fiber is a somewhat sensitive material when it comes to torque specs, and also there's a ton of moving parts on this bike that would make it hard for someone that doesn't really know how to put it together and not mess anything up. Like someone could put one flip chip forward and the other chip backwards and have a crooked wheel. That's a little exaggerated, but I could honestly see it happening. Also, the hydraulic brakes, if that's what you choose to ride. I personally have no idea how to set up hydraulic brakes or even disc. So when I go disc on this frame, I'm gonna have to go over to Brad Kinchelo's house, and he's gonna have to put them on for me. And also the chain guide slash tensioner. If you have it flipped upside down, your chain could fall off, or it could be too loose, and that could cause a whole bunch of problems. So if you're not comfortable working on a bike like this, it might not be for you. or if you have a mechanic, have them build it up, and also you're lucky because I wish I had a mechanic. All right, I think that pretty much wraps it up in terms of all the little details of this frame. If you have any other questions, make sure to drop them in the comments below. I will try to get back to you, but Bill Ryan is pretty good about getting back to comments on the channel. And if you have questions about this frame, Bill Ryan is the one that knows more about this bike than anyone else. So thank you guys for watching. I will be doing a video here pretty soon building up this bike. I have already built it and I raced it in Louisville a couple weeks ago. I didn't really get a full test on it because I drove there Saturday morning, didn't get any practice, and rode 3 laps. And then I came back home and took it all apart to make this video. And also I built up some new wheels for disc. So make sure to stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Look out for the build on this video. Also, we have not forgot about the RS7 giveaway. I'm sorry it's taken so long, but with the drop of the Vision F1 and everything else going on, it's been hectic around here. So be patient, that giveaway is coming soon. Make sure you subscribe because we're gonna be picking a subscriber. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed. I think before we announced we were doing the giveaway, we were at 4,000 subscribers, and now we're at like 5,700 subscribers, which is... So thank you guys for supporting the channel, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Peace! Oh! Now I gotta build this thing. But I don't know how to do disc. Brad, I'm coming over.